have much sun left, so I'll just get straight to the point. 2016, I ended this really toxic relationship I had back in high school. You know, we were high school sweethearts, and that period taught me that when you're 18, you're not an adult. Stop saying you are, because you're not, unless something really bad happened to you in life, so you had to mature like really early. Death of a family member or something like that. But everything else were kids. And I really almost fell into this American trap of accepting everybody's opinion just because I want to respect them, and I should respect them, and just in order not to get canceled. But fuck you. How dare you tell me I'm not an adult? You're not. Period. You're not. I wasn't. Dude, I was about to marry that guy. Like, we were talking about marriage back in December 2016. And he's a narcissistic abuser, physical abuser. Thank God he hit me that day. That was his first and his last time. He never saw me again. But, like, thank God he did. If he hadn't, I would have ended up marrying him. Bro, what the fuck? Because I had no parents to teach me love. So, I thought that was love. And what do teenagers do? They think wrong. Most of the time. They think wrong. I ended that toxic relationship back in 2016, and pretty soon after that, I fell in love with this guy from China, and that love made me think that the first one was nothing. And it was my body reacted to all of it very weird. I went to Japan. I booked a flight to go to Japan. Then I met him. Then 6 months passed, and he booked a flight to Japan too. At the same day, I booked it, and the same period. So we could meet each other. And I told him, if you're gonna come to Japan, don't you think you're gonna have my body, because you can only have this body when you marry me. That's all. And it was like, yeah, I respect you, future wifey, this and that, future wifey, fuck off. Like, these guys are like, men, what the fuck? He thought I was joking. He thought he would, like, kind of find his way through my rules. And we came to Japan. We were supposed to spend 7 days together. We spent 3, and let me tell you what. During the first 3 days, he saw that I was not joking, and he left me in the middle of the country. I wasn't initially planning on traveling with anybody. He just joined me, so I didn't feel left. But he did leave me, because I wouldn't give in. Because I was serious when I said, you're not going to sleep with me until you marry me, until you put the ring on this finger, boy. That's it. So if you're serious about me, you know, because men usually think, oh, yo, if I travel to another country for her, that's it. She's going to fall for it. Like, bro, what the fuck? I got money, too. I can travel wherever the hell, whenever the hell I want to travel. I ended up crying about the dude that I knew only for like 7-8 months. More that I cried, but I didn't even cry about my high school relationship. That was weird. A lot of people asked me, like, are you okay? And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know why I'm okay. It's weird, because we were in that relationship for 2.5 years or something like that. A single tear did not roll down my face. That was weird, because about the Chinese guy, I cried for a year straight, and I knew him only for half a year. I cried so much, maybe because I thought, oh yeah, that was it, blah, blah, blah. When I tell you, both of these are just stupid tests that you think are real while they're happening, but they're not. They're not real. They're just tests to test your personality, your attitude, your life, to see if you are someone worthy of someone good. I was worthy. What happened next is that I got so angry at the whole world. I was thinking everybody wants to use you, everybody wants your body, everybody wants your body, that I completely isolated myself from the world. I didn't want to have anything with the world. I didn't even want to have friends, let alone boyfriends or someone to text. I changed my whole Instagram username so nobody could recognize it's me. I blocked everyone who ever texted me saying, hi, let's get to know each other. Fuck off. That was my response. I would literally block them because I didn't literally at that point believe that anyone literally ever would care about you. I couldn't, because I got to the point of not trusting a single soul. Like, the only person who can love you as much as you love yourself and more is God. Period. Not even your parents, bro. Not even your parents. So I isolated myself completely. I went into complete solitude that I didn't enjoy in the beginning for the first maybe 12 months. But then later on felt good. I got addicted to it. So ever since 2017 until the end of 2020, that's like, bro, whole 17, whole 18, 19, 20, 4, in the beginning of the 5th year, I spent my time alone. I didn't want anyone, I didn't need anyone. I stopped, like, I'm telling you, I changed my Instagram username because I didn't want anyone to find me. I changed my phone number, like, all of it gone. I was gone, off the map. And I enjoyed solitude in the city in the beginning, but then I realized every time I went to the mountains, something would happen inside my body. I would get like propuch. We call it propuch in the Balkans. It's the air current that gets created when you open 2 windows in your house, and then the air circulates through the house. It kind of cleans the house inside out. You know, this air, this propuch, just entered my body every time I would go to the mountains, and it would make me feel so refreshed, so happy, so relaxed, that I decided to move to the mountains. I had 2 reasons to. Number 1, I didn't want to hang out with anyone because the world hurt me. Men showed me that they are just men with a stick needing to be stuck somewhere. Yeah, that's how I perceived them. That's how I started perceiving them in 2017. The second reason being me just feeling super at home in the mountains. So I lived there on and off my whole life, but by the end of 2020, I decided to go for good. For good. I escaped the world because I didn't want to have fake friends and fake men around me. Moved to the mountains by the end of 2020, and there he was, the love of my life, in the mountains. The 5 years I just spoke about, I thought I was an asexual, because never did I once feel sexually active or sexually aroused by anyone, even when I had my high school sweetheart. It's funny to say, but I was never actually turned on. Never. You know how your body will show it, right? Your body will tell you. Like, I never felt it. I never felt what it's like to be a woman. Butterflies? No, nothing. I went for these 2 men because I thought I needed to have a man. And it's funny. Us women, we're programmed to think we need a man. We don't need a man. We don't need a man. No. This is how you're gonna know if you're special to someone who's calling yourself an asexual, like I did. Every single cell in your body will just start acting weird. Every single cell. Your mental state is, you're not gonna be in peace. At least that's how it happened to me. And then you're gonna feel peace right after that. Peace. Peace. Piss. I'm joking. You're gonna feel at peace. And then you're gonna want to have kids with that person. That's how you're gonna know. Like, you're gonna actually have to control yourself wanting to have kids. Because that's what's happening to us right now. I decided to move to the mountains by the end of 2020, and I found him there. Now, let me just go back a bit, because those 5 years that I spent in isolation, I also spent traveling all alone. Traveling Europe. I found myself first before I found him. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. You need to find yourself first before you find the one. Because even the one is not going to be the one if you don't have you. If you don't know who you are, what you want. If you don't fall in love with yourself. I fell in love with the solitude, first of all, then with traveling, then with independence. I fell in love with the possibility of me being able to do anything I want without actually thinking, what is that someone gonna say about it? I don't tell my boyfriend now can I do this or that? I don't ask him. I don't have to. And he's not supposed to tell me what to do. And I'm not supposed to feel limited in whatever I want to do because I have a boyfriend or a husband. I found myself and I firmly built myself up during those 5 years. And then I found him. And it felt like a nest that you get back to after a long day of flying. You just go back into your nest and you're just like, hey. The other thing that happened during those 5 years that I spent in solitude and traveling was me just having this belief that I'm gonna find him. Yes, stupid men. I don't want to call them men, like boys. Those 2 boys. The first one was 20, the second one was 30 something when we met. So he's like an adult, like a man, but he's not a man, he's a boy in his mind. Boys hurt me. But don't let boys make you believe that men don't exist, okay? I had this firm belief that I'm gonna find my man, bro. He's already somewhere out there. I don't know where he is, where he lives, what his name is, how old he is. I was just praying to God that he's not maybe not even born yet. So I have to wait until I'm 40 or 50 to find him. And then he's 20 and I'm 50, 40. I was praying to God that doesn't happen. Because I know love knows no age. I know that. But still, it's kind of, I wouldn't be able maybe to wait that long, you know? So what would happen to me during those 20 years while he's growing up? So I was just praying to God, please, 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 please. Like, please, let me find my man. Then praying turned into believing. While I was living with my parents, I would fall asleep in my room on my bed, just feeling that he hugged me for some reason. I remember those nights. I would fall asleep like this, like a baby, and I felt someone's hug behind me. Like, I would picture him hugging me until I fall asleep every single night. And I wouldn't see his face. There was no face. There was just this feeling of home, being home. I just wanted that. This belief turned into manifestation. The belief was also that he's self-reliant, that he doesn't need anyone in life, that he's a good man, and that he's also someone, a family man, who when he falls in love once, that's it. That's his lady, and someone who's also not narrow-minded, traditionally minded. Our religion is so beautiful. Being a Muslim is really beautiful. Like, it's not even a religion, it's the way of life. But people, like bad Muslims, turn it into something that it's not. So they call their tradition their religion, but it's not. I had this strong belief that my man is already open-minded and not tradition-minded, and that I'm not going to feel stuck with him, but free, and that he's going to set me even more free. Because I have all the rights in this world. I can do whatever the hell I want. Travel by myself. Do anything. So the belief went on from 2018 actually, because I took a year to cry about this damn dude from China. 2018 to the end of 2020. I couldn't stay in the city anymore. The isolation and the solitude started feeling bad in the city. I needed the same thing but in the mountains, and I decided to move to my father's hotel in the mountains. I picked a room. It was room 12. I went there and continued living my life there. But back in 2018, I remember once going there with my friends to the mountains, and there he was, staring at me, but super quiet. He actually works at my father's hotel, and he would stare at me, but like then I saw that it was not intentional. I saw that he was not playing tricks. He was just being natural, really natural, right? His stares would make me feel all kinds of ways. His stares would make me feel propuch. The same way the mountains made me feel that thing, you know? So whatever he was giving me, the mountains were giving me too. So I was confused. I thought that the man that I believe already exists lives somewhere outside Bosnia. But no, he was here. He was here. Keep in mind, at that time, I was confused by the feelings I was getting from him as he would stare at me. Like, we would all wake up in the morning, me and all the hotel employees, we would all have coffee together at the same table. Everybody would talk, me too, but he would be super silent, and not because of me being at the table, but because that's who he is. Silent, introverted. And I used to be very extroverted, you know. Still am. I was confused because I was like, I felt like I was cheating on the man I had in my heart all these years. Even though I hadn't found him back then, I felt like I was cheating on him because there was this other dude in the mountains that gave me certain kind of feelings. It's like, shut up, Danila, you're just losing your mind over nothing, girl. Like, shut up, just ignore it. So I tried ignoring that, but ever since I started living there, the feelings just grew stronger. The propuch inside me, I wanted him without even knowing anything about him. But we created you in pairs, like is what God said in Quran, right? And when he does that, you know it. Like the body pair knows it. Like, you don't have to consciously know it, it's subconscious. We ended up just being around each other. It was just literally kind of set up. The whole thing was set up. He works there, I lived there. The first phase was so good. We were getting to know each other. The second phase, we were getting to know our differences. The third phase was getting used to our differences. And if you survive that part, you either split or you just get stronger. And we got stronger to the point of us resisting our desire to have kids right now because we can't. We're busy. We can't have kids and work this hard. We gotta, build our empire first, then have kids. And we're giving ourselves 2 more years to finish it all. We talk about our kids as if they were here, and the tears in his eyes when we mentioned them, and the tears in my eye, bro. So let me tell you, he ended up being everything that I ever felt like only having. He's self-reliant. I'm not rich, he's not rich, but we're building our shit together. He's a good man with an open mind who says, it's okay, baby. You gotta love you. When I tell him, if I ever travel without telling you, please don't get mad, that means I'm just healing my traumas. Sometimes I just like to escape. And it happened once. I went to Dubai without telling anyone. He thought I was at home sleeping, but I was at the airport. And the kind of a man who says, it's okay, baby. Good job, love. Just rest well, okay? The guy who has no trouble trusting me, and I got no trouble trusting him. Everything I ever knew I would get, I got right now. Like, and this is a power. I didn't even know what manifestation meant back then. I didn't even know that there was a word called manifestation. But I manifested all of this, that's for sure. Because I had no doubt that it would happen. No doubt, no, 0 doubts. It was all about, I literally embodied and lived this current truth 5 years ago. Now I'm the happiest woman alive. I want to have kids right now. The desire is so strong. Oh, I love him so much. Gosh, I love him so much. You just gotta let it go. You just gotta make sure that you live a certain thing to the point, like you believe in it so much to the point of you living it. Even though it's not happening, you're living it, and that's how you're gonna make sure it happens. The love of my life was at the least expected place. Because I ran away from guys only to find him there on the other side. Outside the bubble that I was in. Beautiful. And one last thing, if you made it to the end of the video, comment this fact down below. My name is Dinella, and his name is Dinal. My name is extremely rare. Like, I don't know. I think there are only 5 or 6 Danilas in my country. And I have never heard of anyone with his name before. We got the same name, bro. We got the same name. And when people find that out, they're like, what the fuck? That was God's way of telling me, good job, love. Good job preserving yourself for the one that you deserve and the one that deserves you. Get off my laptop. So yeah. That's the story of my life. And the story of the love of my life. And how I did it. Without even knowing that I was doing it. When I found out that he lived here, because we moved from the mountains to his parents' place, because there's a river here and we can swim every summer. And we're building our house right next to their house. That's why we're staying here, because we were also in the city. We rented our place in the city. But I couldn't stand being there. I couldn't stand it. So we got back here to stay here until our house is done. And when I found out that he was living here, that he came from this place, that I would just move from the mountain to this place because it's the same thing. It's nature, countryside, something that I need for myself, not the city. Dude, it was God's way of gifting me with everything that I ever needed because I'm worthy. And he's worthy. I'm so glad I didn't... I'm so glad that even though I had no parents to raise me, actually I have parents, but we were emotionally abandoned by my parents. I'm so glad that even though I didn't have my parents with me to raise me mentally, that I raised myself well. That I didn't allow other men's energy to be around me, in me, whatever. And now I feel like a bird. Like a bird. Free. Free. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bye.